The Iowa Hawkeyes are undefeated through 4 games to begin their 2022 NCAAW season, and have been overall really impressed with the way that they've played. They've continued to climb up the rankings, and now, as of when writing, sit as the 8th best team in the country. This now raises some questions about this team, and if perhaps they're a legitimate contender for the national championship come March, or at the very least, are able to make a deep postseason run. So, that's what I'm here to talk about today. In today's video, I'll be discussing the Iowa Hawkeyes' first 4 games of the season, what I've liked in those 4 games, the players playing well, and some other factors contributing to their early season success. Before we start, if you're new here and enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe for more women's basketball content like this. I post pretty frequently on this channel and would love to build a women's basketball community here on YouTube. I'd love to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so all support would be greatly appreciated. Just want to say a big thank you as well for the support on the channel lately and the last couple of videos. We just surpassed 500 subscribers as of when writing, which is just crazy to me. So again, thanks so much for that. Anyway, with that being said, let's talk about the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Iowa Hawkeyes, as I mentioned, are undefeated to begin the season through 4 games, and to date, haven't been pushed to their limits yet, comfortably winning in 4 blowouts. To be fair, these teams that they've played in New Hampshire, Samford, Northern Iowa, and Southern U are not ranked teams, but clearly, Iowa is getting the job done against these teams and not slacking to let the underdogs in the game. A main reason why the Hawkeyes have played so well in these matches is their shooting. Aside from the match against Southern U, Iowa has shot consistently around the 36% mark from 3-point range, a very good average to have. This is thanks to the incredible shooting from many players on this roster, in particular Caitlin Clark, that allows for the 5 Hawkeyes on the court at a time to have more room to move, and in turn, get good quality looks. Iowa also have a new look defense, which is a much improved one, currently forcing their opposition into making almost 19 turnovers per game. This stifling defense has allowed them to break away in games and hold a firm advantage, even if their offense has not been up to standard, such as the game against Southern U, where they only shot 26% from deep. Iowa is also a pretty deep team, featuring many players who are able to score and create offensively. So, let's discuss the key elements of this roster now. The first player we obviously need to discuss when talking about the Iowa Hawkeyes is Caitlin Clark. She's arguably a top 5 player in the nation, and at the very least, the 2nd best sophomore behind Paige Bueckers, as her ability to shoot, score, and even play make for her teammates is nearly unmatched. Through 4 games this season, Clark has been averaging 22 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists on 46% shooting from the field. However, if you disregard her game against Southern U, where Clark only scored 16 points on terrible efficiency, she's actually averaging around 25 points per game on 53% shooting from the field and just under 40% from deep, a lot more like her freshman numbers. That's not to say her game against Southern was bad though, as she still finished with a triple-double of 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. So her impact was still largely felt, even in a game where Iowa played worse than they probably should have. Again, Clark's ability to score the ball is simply incredible. Her shooting is unlike anything we've seen in college basketball before on the women's side. She's nailing shots from the logo on the regular. It's what makes her such an impactful player, and in turn, so hard to defend. Plain and simple, the Hawkeyes are not where they are today without the dominating play of Clark, and that continues to be proven with each game. One of the best duos in women's college basketball currently has to be the tandem of Clark and Monica Zanano, who have been a ferocious duo the past couple of seasons. The two work brilliant together out of the pick and roll, and the attention Caitlin receives opens up the paint for Monica to go to work and score easily around the basket. In 23 minutes per game this season, Monica is averaging 16 points per game on elite efficiency, consistently shooting above 70% from the field. Her best game so far this season would have to be the matchup against Samford, where she scored 20 points in just 18 minutes of action. She was simply unstoppable that night. If she continues her form, her and Clark are going to be a hard duo to stop come March Madness, and it may help in propelling the Hawkeyes to a Final Four appearance. Her presence inside can be an X factor for the Hawkeyes this season. McKenna Warnock has also been an impactful player for the Hawkeyes this season, continuing her hot shooting form into her junior year, where she's currently averaging 13 points per game on 55% shooting from the field and 39% from deep. Warnock has also been a great defender early on, averaging a steal per game and half a block, which is fantastic considering her size. Her ability to space the floor is critical to the Hawkeyes' success, and we are seeing her become one of the key players to Iowa's success this season. Another thing to note with Iowa is how deep their bench is. It may not seem like it on paper, but a lot of their players are capable of stepping up and scoring efficiently when required. On the season, the team is currently averaging 25 points per game from the bench unit players, which is exceptional. And while you can contribute some of that to garbage time play, considering how many blowouts they've had, I think for the most part, this is a legit part of the Hawkeye squad that will make them dangerous come March. Tommy Taiwo has been a great sixth woman, and players like Feuerbach and Sydney Affolter have also been consistent threats in the second unit. The Hawkeyes aren't always relying on their starting group to generate offense, which is a great thing, as it's going to make them incredibly versatile and unpredictable for defenses to guard come the big dance. But with that being said, how good are the Iowa Hawkeyes actually? How far can they go? I think realistically, this team will go a lot further than last season, and should, at the very least, be an Elite 8 side. However, depending on matchups, they certainly could get into the Final Four, especially considering how even the competition appears to be right now. It is early, and again, Iowa have played just 4 games against some mid-level teams, so until they play another top 25 team, it may be a bit hard to tell where they are at. But for now, from what I've seen, Iowa have been fantastic to start the season, winning games comfortably that they should win comfortably, and having their star players play consistently high-quality basketball. They'll be a team to watch out for sure, especially when Caitlin Clark is playing at her best. They may just surprise a lot of people this season and go on a deep postseason run in 2022. And that will conclude the video. What do you guys think of this? How good are the Iowa Hawkeyes to you? Are they a threat for the national championship in your opinion? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave it a like and subscribe. But with that being said, I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.